Hey everyone, it's me, Justin, for Soaring Gaming. This is for the Phase Flight in-flight report for Star Wars Armada. Now we got some good stuff again. Not too shocking, knowing some of the things we've heard beforehand, which is that they're going to be bringing in some new ships and all for Armada, which is the clones. They bring in meters. They're bringing in the console ships, and then I think it's the V9, which, except for the fighters, not too bad. They're pretty good. Okay. Console ships, you get two of those. Starter pack, which is faction specific, which is great. That's what they probably should have done previously, which was for them was bring in Vector class Star Destroyer, one Nebula B, one Corvette, and then a bunch of fighters, which was mostly TIE fighters, so not the best. But right on the bat, let's face it, this one, pretty cool. You get a nice looking acclimator, which, yes, the Coruscant defense fleet, which personally, it's like you can probably redesign it, repaint it. The consular ships, they're a nice addition. They brought up the fact that they're also bringing the Republic Fighter Squadrons expansion pack, the V-19s, the ARC 170s, and then the Delta fighters of Jedi Star, which that's nice. That's good. I don't know if I'll buy those fighters because I'm not really. So you have that part. After that, you have for Republic. My reaction to it is Republic capital ships, nice, great, awesome. They look excellent. The fighters, I'm not a fan. It's like the Y-wing and the ARC 170s. I might partake in, but it's like the rest. I'm like, no. V-19 or Torts, not very useful to me. Let me go back over to. They don't have the V-wings, which is something I would probably have preferred more than Torrents. But that's just me. I mean, it's for me. I like Nimbus more than the Torrents. So maybe they'll be probably an expansion later on with as well too. Trade Federation. This is where we get the Munificent class frigates. Those are nice. Those are great. Those are awesome. I like those. Those are the ones as well too. And repaint them and redo them. The hard cell transports, though, I'm not excited for. I don't. They don't offer enough muscle. First and foremost, they don't offer enough utility, in my opinion. Yeah, they're supposed to have, they're supposed to be faster. They're supposed to be literally flying bombs. That's what they are. They're flying bombs. They are. You put a droid crew on them. You point them at us, and you launch it. And here's why I say that. When they have in the fluff that they lost hundreds at the Battle of Geonosis. Hundreds. Then what do? They send another 1,000. It is a legitimate back. You put a droid crew on it with probably a B1 series. You point them at a Republic ship. Have fun. Go forth and blow it up. It's a kamikaze ship, and I don't really want that. It's a use impaired. It's underarmed. It's overpriced as well too. It is a flying bomb, and that's it. It is the ship where I'm like, yeah, no, thank you. I'll take 2 Munificents. Seriously, I'll take 2 Munificents. I'll take multiple Munificents before I take. So I'm not excited for it. I'm not interested in it. So that's a miss right there. That's like, yay, you have range rulers and the movement bar and a few asteroids, and you get 4 squadrons of hey, great. Vulturids. I like Vulturids. Those are awesome. They're great. They're magnificent. I like them. I like to use them. Okay, so yeah, great. No, they are a hard sell for me. Punnery. Now, the Republic fighters, it's like, okay, I can get me use half of them, and then that's it. And the get rid of, sell them, whatever, or not, or probably just buy off someone else that doesn't want Y-wings or 170s. I'll take them. Options is pretty much, it's sort of the same, but not quite when it comes to the Separatist fighter squadrons. And the biggest is I like the Vulture droids. I like the Hyenas, the Hyena bombers. They're nice as well too. The Grievous starfighters, the Sebol or whatever they're called. I don't know. I forgot what their names were, but they're nice. I might use them. The droid tri-fighters, I am hesitant on because I did not much care for the too cartoony, if that makes sense to you. I'm not a big fan of it. There's nothing. It reminds me of the hard sell in that it's not really I'm not excited for it. That being said, Vulturoids, Hyenas, yes, the Grievous fighter too, because they're nice as well too. But overall, it's a hit and miss. I like it a lot better. So for me, I also have the dial pack, which yay, they're trying to get that one set up. The fact that they have the upgrade card collection is hit and miss. I don't know how I feel about it. It basically tells people that, hey, you don't have to buy the old stuff. Summer in Michigan. Anyway, but the fact is, you get multiple card packs. It's an upgrade collection. And trying to get the exact date. This is December. So you get let's see. Oh, wow. It's $100 each for the Separatists, for the starters, for the fleets. So if someone wants to trade me their Munificent for my hard cells, sure, I'll take it in a heartbeat. As far as using a hard cells and as a sort of like a transport deal, okay, cool. That can be also used as well too. They're supposed to be fast. So I see them being used, but for me playing the game, I would say not really. For me, I would say that they would be a good target saturation. This is where you have to think, if you're playing to run a piracy-based game for Star Wars and use the hard cells as a sort of target for transfer for goods and everything, then it's like, okay, now it can be useful. And the same thing can be said for the Republic side. The console ships are well built. They're definitely something worthy. Fighters, hit and miss. I'm not a huge fan of the fighters. The Republic, that's like half of them I would definitely use. The other half, I'm like, no, not really, because the Jedi starfighters, they are really best. They are only for the pilots, really. So I'm not really a fan of that. The Tempest, the Torrents, yeah, again, I'm not a big fan of that. But if they had to replace probably either the Jedi or someone else, I think the Y-Wings and the ARC 170s make sense. The Torrents, I'm not a huge fan of. Are a little out of shape for what they're supposed to be. So if they were to bring the V-Wings for, sign me up. I mean, even if I don't really, and again, this is for me as a collector. As a collector, for someone who's like, okay, I'm going to make it where I probably public to either Rebel Alliance or some other faction, I can see myself repainting a few. I can see myself repainting, and I can the acclimator, the counselors, but the hard cells, I'm not really excited. If anything, going off the ideal, another ideal is the old that the rebels have access to. I hate to say this, but they're better as fire ships in target saturation or the hard cells than the medium transports. Okay, so that would probably be where I would say yes, but that's like no, I'm. It's not like an active like yay, I'm bringing in. No, I'm not. So yeah, it's I'm not. And then looking at the rest of the in-flight, they have card games, which I'm not. I got burned on Magic. What is it? Keyforge, Arkham Horror, which I'm not. Lord of the Rings, which that's nice. Not real big fans of it. Legend, big fan of it. But yeah, it just. Yeah, so Temptation Cycles. Fields of Victory, Blood of the Lioness. Looks like I don't know if that's a RPG or not. Champions, which yay. Twilight Imperium, which is not too bad. I mean, Prophecy of the Kings, which is pretty good. Looks like a little bit interesting there. Twilight Imperium. You have X-Men. That's okay. So unfortunately, there's nothing. I mean, they have something for Descent. So again, for me, as someone who plays the RPG for Star Wars, who's interested in the other FG RPGs for that matter, see anything new for the RPGs. It's sad, it's annoying, and it just leaves the question of what exactly is going to happen with, because not having anything new, not having any news for this year, having where effectively at the products right now. Let's see, Star Wars. Let's go for because Imperial Assault. I think that was done. But Edge of the Empire. Edge of the Empire is probably the biggest one. And you have, let's see, rule supplements. Let's see, last one for that one effective was no disintegrations. So they're done. Let's see, role playing supplements. You had Dawn of Rebellion, which according to their site, they don't have anything access to anymore. So I'm just kind of weirded out about that. But yeah, let's see. Not available. Yeah. I mean, a lot of not available right now for Star Wars RPG. And it's sad. I mean, there's stuff that can be made for it. Mentioned in a previous video of what I would like to see. And really, it just comes down to see something new. There's plenty that can be done. They effectively have the 2 series. You have, Starships and Speeders 2. You have Allies and Adversaries 2. You have Gadgets and Gear 2. So right off the bat, you have 2-3 books right there. Okay. You also have the Species Menagerie. This is where you basically get all the species in the Star Wars line, put them into one book, and be like, hey, here's like the base. Here's all the species that are out there, and then the one-offs. Maybe add like species just because, hey, why not? Gamorreans, for example. Let's see, Gamorreans is. I think that's the only one actually. That's probably the only one that immediately comes to mind, because you have the Twi'leks, you have the Hutt, so many others. It's like, okay, cool, you got that. You have, in my opinion, my drones book as well too. This is for the people that want to make droids, build droids, and then have a little more, in my opinion, crunchier rules. Don't get me wrong, the special modifications, that's nice. That's great. For us, locomotion for the droids. Do they stay in one spot? Do they move around? How do they move around? Do they use their treads, wheels? How? Okay, that's one. The sizes. Let's face it, they're was it the V-wing droid? That the floater. Okay, they're two different. There's same size for locomotions. Various makers of droids. This would also be where you take the droids from all of the books, can place, especially the ones that don't have a price tag or a modification. I would also add rewards for the schematics. Say you're a mechanic, you play a droid expert that wants a specific. Because in the game system, it's very, how can I best put it? It's not quite cut and dry, but it's very generic. Oh, you want to make a class 2 droid? The class 4. It's a droid. It's a combat droid. There's no difference between a B1 battle droid, which is not very effective, versus say HK-47. Now we're going. Here's basic to Nemesis style combat. So that's the first one right there. So and that's a big one. Then the next one, bases and businesses, is a high title where you go into the whole base and business and homestead construction niche, but it's also one of the ones where GMs can say, okay, or players who want to build their own business in a Star Wars game, all the rules that are condensed in one area. Okay, and that's for me is why, in my opinion, it's kind of disheartening that you hear that Edge Studios is taking control of this, and they haven't to show any interest in really doing anything with the Star Wars license, with the RPG license. I get it costs money, but you have that really you have easily, I want to say, 2 books are just you can get all the information, you condense it down into a book, and you put out what's popular, and then maybe some of the other stuff too. Same with the species. Gadgets and Gear is definitely one of those where it can be expanded on with various equipment options right there. I guess the other books that come to mind are the quote-unquote specialist books. And this is different from career books where here's a career and it's like different specialists. And what I'm referring to this one is that for a specialist book is like a mechanics book. Here's the visualizations, and you get 2 or 3 that you get from the main line, but then here's a specialized one. It's like you have the Jedi Master for being a mechanic. You have or being a medical personnel. You have the surgeon can easily be brought in and be like, hey, you're great at, you're elevating the doctor above the. So specialized specializations that have a prerequisite, great idea. And then go for the Imperial Handbook that a lot of people would like to get their hands on. Have where, they already have Darth Vader respect out in their books. Oh, hey, let's go for the more specific. Yes, Dawn Rebellion sort of did that, but that was, yeah. It's my apologies for a rant. It just, for me, lack of the RPGs sort of makes it a downer. Effigy did a great job. They apparently said, no, we want to put someone up or someone else. And it's like, okay, I'm a consumer. Where's the book? So, anyway, thank you all. Hope you have a good day and good luck, Godspeed, and hopefully y'all have a good weekend now. Justin out.